You already know who it is and what it is. It's Chris Cusher RM, and this is Only Real Talk.
Yeah, but you get freak nasty. I take my bed off like I'm Pootie Tang. It let it hit, but she just want me to hang like I'm some clothes. I was like cool, but I still left it fold. She don't understand, and I ain't explaining. Gave you the D, why the hell you complaining? It'd be different if you were my main thing, but like Craig Pops, I just wanted to bang bang.
Yo, what's up, my people? Welcome back to Only Real Talk. I am your host, Chris Cusher, and this is the place where we come together, have discussions, different topics. We keep it real, we keep it raw. You know what I'm saying? And we just have open discussions. You know what I'm saying? Free feel to speak your mind, leave a comment, like, subscribe. But before we get into it, real talk, subscribe, hit the subscribe button, tell a friend to tune in. And I appreciate all my listeners. But y'all already know how we do. We pick a topic and we get it rolling. So this week, we talking about my belief on the flat earth. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of people in this world, majority of people in this world believe in the round earth module. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the one here to say that it ain't round. You know what I'm saying? For more reasons than one. And we're going to get into that. Because what do we really have to go off? I mean, you have to go off your own observation. And you have to go off what the word say. It's only two things to really go off. Your own observation and what the word say. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go off my observation and what the word say. Because people don't really break down what the word say. But you know what I'm saying? A lot of people go out their own observation. And that's what the people with the round earth did. Because how did the round earth way even come about? You know what I'm saying? Because before the round earth, little do y'all know, the flat earth was the belief. In more countries and more continents, that was the first belief. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the real way. But you know, before I really get into it, I just want to say that the reason why I'm even having this discussion, because I really believe that it's more spiritual than anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I really think it got a lot to do with the devil and God. You know what I'm saying? Because the devil went against God. He wanted to do his own thing. He thought he was better than God. So he didn't believe in God's way. So with that being said, when he was cast down here, of course he's here to lie, steal, and kill. He's gonna take you away from what's real and what's the real word and what's the real beliefs. You know what I'm saying? Because he wants you to follow his way. He wants you to believe lies. And he gotta work through people. You know what I'm saying? He can't just be here and say I'm the devil, blah blah blah. He gotta work through people. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think he did in the beginning. He worked through who he could, with who he could. But anyway, let's get on just round earth. How when you look at the observations, because that's what they did. The first man, he this was his observations. He looked at the sun, the stars, the moon. They all look round. Of course they do. I can agree with it. They look round. So he said, all right, that's round. So what we standing on, what we living on, got to be round. He's never seen what we standing on fully. All we can see is what we can see. When we go on the plane, we see half of what we living on. You know what I'm saying? That's only the half. We only see a little piece of what we on because it's so big. If y'all understand how big what we live on is, Earth, if y'all understand how big it is, then you understand that we never seen all of it. You know what I'm saying? It's too big to see. But so he that was his first theory, that the sun and the moon is round, so this gotta be round. You know what I'm saying? And okay, you can think that if you want to think that. Another one of the observations was a boat. You see a boat out in the ocean, and when it gets so far, it start looking like it's going down. You know what I'm saying? That was another observation. Okay, like once you gain more knowledge and intelligence, then you'll know that if you look at it, that boat with a telescope, you'll see that boat is still going straight. It ain't went down nowhere. And for you to even think that it was going down, that means that wherever that boat is, that's the end of the earth. That's where the curve starts. You know what I'm saying? And there's no way, because that boat ain't even went far. It got to be like millions and billions of miles for it to start curving. You know what I'm saying? And so them are two observations that he went off. Was the boat and looking and seeing the sun and the stars. Okay, I understand. And you know what else I'm gonna say too? People with power can run with things. You know what I'm saying? A person with power can make up. They can make up lies, but they can make up their own laws. They can make up their own rules. They can make up their own thoughts. Put it in books. Put it in wherever they need to put it at for subliminal messages, TV. And people will believe it. You know what I'm saying? Just because this person said it, just because that person said it, it gotta be right. It gotta be real. So that's what happened in the beginning too. It was some people with a little power. They spoke to what I'm trying to say. They spoke to the people in town, like everybody in town. He spoke to them, ran with the round earth theory, and that's how we got it today. You know what I'm saying? But the truth, it's only a small amount of people that really know the truth. And they the ones who know it and gonna get laughed at, not gonna be believed. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes the truth is just hard to believe, and that's cool. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna go off my observations. You know what I'm saying? If we all just went outside and got down, tried to decide for our own self, is what we on around the flat, then let's go off our observations. So I'm gonna go off my observation. If I wish to walk anywhere in the world, if I was to start walking right now, I'm gonna just stay walking until I run into like a hill or something that's just gonna stop me to make me go around it or over it or something. You know what I'm saying? But I can walk for miles and I'm never gonna start curving. I'm never gonna do that. When you're in a plane, you fly straight for hours. You ain't never heard the pilot say, okay, this is where we're gonna start going over the curvature of the earth. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be seeing a lot of shit sideways and living upside down and shit, and we don't see that. It can't happen anyway. And people want to say gravity. Gravity don't even make sense, bro. The definition of gravity is the force that's making all things with matter go to the center of the earth. I'm not going to the center of the earth right now. I'm right here talking to you. I'm not moving. You know what I'm saying? So gravity doesn't make sense. I've never seen no curvature nowhere from any part of the world. Ain't nobody done said, hey, this is where the earth is curved at. You know what I'm saying? This is that part. Nobody has ever said that. So, no. And the main thing is water can't curve. Water can't bend. It doesn't curve. This water is flat. It takes the shape of whatever it's in, but it's still going to be a flat surface. Turn it this way, it's flat. Turn it this way, it's flat. Anywhere water is flat. Water cannot curve. It can't bend. Can't break water. So it's no way that we would be on a circular object. No way. There's no way. I ain't going with it. And then the pictures that they show us from so-called outer space, they be taking pictures of the whole earth from a close ass distance. There's no way you should be able to see the whole earth from a close distance. You gotta be far as fuck because it's so fucking big. It's a desert in Africa that's bigger than the goddamn United States. So you think we're gonna be able to see the whole world from close distance? Nah. I can't go for that. You know what I'm saying? I just can't go for it. I don't feel us moving. I don't give a damn what they say talking about something. We moving so fast that you can't feel it. Bro, that don't make no type of sense. If y'all going for that, then y'all silly. Bro, I should be able to feel us moving. Right? If we was moving like around in a circle and moving, bro, there's no way we wouldn't be able to feel it. Talking about it because it's so big. Nah. And then, okay, if we was moving, if I jump in the air, I should be somewhere else because this planet is moving. So if we in a plane, we should be seeing that motherfucker. That bitch should be gone. Like we should be right here, and the world should be over there. We should be having to try to catch up with it. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make sense for it to be moving. This motherfucker solid as this motherfucker. And then the pictures that and this the main thing. The pictures that they show y'all out of space, The water look fake as fuck. You supposed to be seeing real ass water moving. That water be stiff as hell. Like the water don't even be moving in the real life pictures. That be all CGI anyway. But anyway, so that's observation. Now I'm gonna go and get into the word, cause I'm gonna break down the word and I'm gonna break down why I really truly think that is flat. Cause you gotta go out the word. You can't just go out what another man say. So you gotta see how the good Lord made it and what He did and all that. Like so, it's in Genesis how God made God created what He created, and I'm gonna go over it. And you gotta go word for word, break it down with your own understanding, and that's what I'm gonna do. Cause if y'all got common sense, then y'all can comprehend what I'm saying. So I'm gonna get into it. Genesis chapter 1. Oh, and I got definitions of this shit too. I got definitions for y'all. I got all that. So in the beginning, before anything, God created the heavens, plural, and the earth, singular. Okay? He made the heavens and the earth. If He made anything else, I'm pretty sure He would have put it in here. Y'all think it's life on other planets and all that crazy stuff? I don't think none of that, because He did. It's no way from how I'm about to break this down anyway. But now the earth was formless and empty. Nothing's on earth. And I'm gonna tell y'all where earth is, cause y'all misinformed. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. Okay? So from right here, it's nothing but darkness, water, and the Spirit of God. Now, how I picture water every freaking where. Like right here where I'm talking now, it was water. Anywhere you could think, it was water. Like it was nowhere to live because of water there, except maybe at the very, very tippy top. But other than that, it's water everywhere. Anywhere you can imagine, where the sun at, it was water. Where the moon at, where the stars at, way high as you could think, it was water. Anywhere imaginable, it was water. Anywhere you can imagine, it was water. Water everywhere. You gotta imagine that. It's no air, nowhere. Nowhere to breathe, nowhere to live, nothing, because it's water everywhere. Okay? And God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light, that the light was good, and He separated the light from darkness. So, right there, it was nothing but darkness. He said, let there be light. So it's dark and light together. Then He separated. That's how on one side of the earth right now, it's dark. And right here where I'm talking at, it's light. You know what I'm saying? Because it was first nothing but darkness, but then He added this light that we see. And it's so crazy because people think the sun giving off the light that we see right now, which is not, because He made light before He even created the sun. I ain't even say nothing about the sun yet. So He made light, not the sun. He just made regular light. We have regular light without the sun. If the sun was not out today, if the sun was wiped out, it'd still be light, because He said He made light and there was light. So light and darkness at the same time. No sun, no stars and shit yet. He didn't make that yet. I ain't got to that part yet. Okay, so y'all fathom that. So it's darkness, light, whole bunch of water, and God. And He separated the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. Okay? So when you see darkness, that's night. When you see light, that's day. Okay? That was the first day. So now, day 2. And God said, let there be an expanse in the midst of the water, and let it be a separation between water and water. Okay, so He made an expanse. What is an expanse? An uninterrupted space or area, a large area of open land, water, or sky. So He made an expanse because it was nowhere to live for us. Okay? So He made an expanse. He wiped out water so we could live. Now, like, look at my hand. All this is water right here. So He made an expanse. Now, in between my hands, That's space. That's where we at now. We living in the middle. On top is still water. On the bottom is water. On the sides is water. I'm trying to break this down for y'all. Because right now it's nothing but water everywhere. He said, let there be an expanse. So he created a big space. That's how you see all this space. All the countries, the continents, wherever you could travel, all that space where you breathing, all the air, that's the space that he created because it was water here. Before he made this space, it was water because that's all it was water. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. It was nothing but water here. Then he made an expanse. So he opened up the water so we can live in that space. You know what I'm saying? It's wide as hell, big as hell, deep. It like the expanse is far out, wide. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how the sun is up there now. Because he made that expanse. He wiped all that water out. But it's still water. That's why we see the ocean water, because it's still there. Because he just spreaded it out so we can have this space. I hope I'm breaking this down good for y'all. So it's still water up under and it's still water above. Because like I just read, let me read it again. And let it be a separation between water and water. And God made the expanse and it separated between the water that was below the expanse and the water that was above the expanse. And it was so. So like I just said, it's still water above and below because it was nothing but water everywhere. But he had to create this space because he was going to create us later on. I ain't even got to that yet. But I ain't even trying to get to all the creation of the humans and all that. I'm just trying to break it down to show you that it was nothing but water in the beginning. And I'm pretty sure this water wasn't in a round circle. That don't even make sense. Okay? Alright. And God said, let the water that is beneath the heavens. I'm tripping. Before that. And it was so. And God called the expanse heaven. So he called this large area heaven. Because y'all think heaven is the place where you go after you die if you done did good, and that's what God is. God is in probably his heaven, but he called the expanse heaven. So that's the definition of heaven, the expanse. Okay? Alright. And God called the expanse heaven, and it was evening and it was morning the second day. Alright? And God said, let the water that is beneath the heavens gather into one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. So God gathered, because it's so much water that I was trying to tell you. It was so much water. He gathered some together. It's water even places that we can't even imagine. That's what I want y'all to understand. But he gathered some water together. And he put dry land on the water. That's why people be like, we ain't living on water. We own water, bro. I mean, of course, because it's islands and shit. You should know that. But God said, let the water that is beneath the heavens gather into one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. And God called the dry land earth. That's a big key right there that y'all need to understand. God called the dry land earth. Okay? So only dry land is earth. He didn't say he called the water earth. He didn't call it light earth. None of that. So plants, grass, trees, bushes, it's not earth. When you in the water, when you go to the beach and you jump in the water, you not on earth no more. Because you wet. Only dry land is water. That's what I want y'all to understand. He called dry land earth. Okay? And this is coming out the Hebrew Bible, the Tanakh. Not the Christian Bible, because they worded wrong. They worded different. This is coming from the Hebrew word translated to English. Okay? And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. Okay? So I'm skipping where he started making the fruits and vegetation and all that stuff. Alright, because I'm going to get to the sun and stuff now. And God said, let there be luminaries in the expanse of the heavens to separate between the day and between the night. And they shall be for signs, and for appointed seasons, and for days and years. And they shall be for luminaries in the expanse of the heavens to shed light upon earth. And it was so. Okay? So God made luminaries. What are luminaries? A natural light giving body, especially the sun or the moon. Okay? A natural light giving body. So like I was saying, the sun and the moon look like you could land on it. It look like it's solid, right? But you can't land on the light. If y'all have seen anybody land on the light, please bring him to me, goddamn, cause that nigga got magic. He magical. You know what I'm saying? But you can't land on the light. Only way you can land on the light, people say they land on the light if it's in the light bulb or if it's something supporting it. But the light itself, you can't land on it because it's not solid. So, and that goes to my point of God is amazing. We don't have the same mindset as the creator. Okay? His thoughts are not like our thoughts. We are smart and we think big, but we don't think like him. He think on a whole different level. So yeah, it looked good and it looked like it looked solid. It looked like you could land on it, but you can't land on it. And people never have landed on it because they don't even know where it's at. They don't know how far it is. They think they do. They done made theory. They done made speculations, but they don't know where the sun is, where the moon is. And you can never get to it because that's just how amazing the creator is. Do y'all think he would really even let us see his whole creation like that? Like, we would be too amazed. We wouldn't even be able to fathom looking at this whole creation because it probably looked crazy. It probably looked weird. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing a whole bunch of water everywhere out in the middle of nothing. And then darkness, light, and all this other stuff. Like, it probably looked really weird. But it's not for us to understand because we ain't the creator. But I'm just breaking this down for y'all. So he made luminaries. These luminaries that I'm talking about are the stars in the so-called planets that y'all think are planets that we can land on, which we can't because they are luminaries. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they look like Neptune and Saturn and Uranus. They look like you can land on it, but you can't because they lights. It said plain and simple right here. And God said, let there be luminaries. So he made luminaries. And then right here. And God made the two great luminaries. The great luminary to rule the day, which is the sun that we see. And the lesser luminary to rule the night and the stars, which is the moon. So he already made light, but he put two great lights to support what he had already made, which is the darkness and the light. You know what I'm saying? So he put one with the light and one with the dark. He put one with the day, one with the night. So he made two great luminaries to support the already other luminaries that he already made. So he made the sun and the moon, which are lights, people. They are lights. They're not solids. You can't land on it. So all that landing on the moon and shit is fake. And two reasons why it's fake. One, because it's a damn light, like I just said. And for two, you won't get there because it's fucking water above us. Yeah, we have a atmosphere that's far out and far wide up in the air, but after that, you're gonna run into water. That's why you can't go high up to a certain degree. Like jets and shit can only go so far because God giving us a stopping point because he don't want us to keep seeing what he done made. You're gonna go too far, your ass gonna run into some water. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just unbelievable. That's why we believe in this whole round earth and all that crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? But right here, Plain as Day said what he made. So he made the luminaries. He made earth, which is dry land. It's not the whole globe. Like people think earth is a planet. It's not. It's just something that we living on, which is land, but it's supported by a whole bunch of water. Because he had nothing but water in the beginning. So that's my theory. That's why I think it's really flat, because there's no way it could be round. Why would we be supported by some round land? Because like I just said, he made land. He put it on the water. So everywhere we done travel, it's fucking flat. I mean, it got ridges and curves and bumps and lumps, but we live on a flat surface. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's never gonna curve. Like I don't give a fuck how far you go in this world. Nobody has ever seen this motherfucking curve, cause it ain't gonna curve. We on flat surface. Nobody never went out of space, cause you can't. And there's a whole bunch of fucking water everywhere. Like, we surrounded by water, literally everywhere. But he made the expanse, he spread it out. So that's how we able to live. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they're my thoughts though. I think we've been fooled for a long time because the devil want us to believe in lies. He wants you to go against what is real. You know what I'm saying? We fighting spiritual wars, whether y'all want to believe it or not. Cause the devil gonna he laughing at a lot of y'all. Like how y'all believe. You know what I'm saying? He laughing at a lot of y'all. And I just think this is serious because we need to know the real way of what the Creator want us to know. You know what I'm saying? Just like his laws and stuff. We supposed to be following his laws. I mean, that's another story, but I'm just saying, we supposed to know the truth. And the truth might sound funny. It might sound unbelievable, but it's still the truth. I don't care how you want to look at it. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all gonna be like, oh, you just talking. Like, in the books, it say this is fact because this person wrote it. Just because he a scientist. Just because that person is a scientist. I don't give a fuck who they is. You know what I'm saying? All the shit they say can sound good. They can make 1 + 1 = 2. But I don't give a fuck. I say it's 3. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how it is. But yeah, the earth flat, people. But I want y'all to comment, man. Leave your opinion, what you think. You think I'm making sense? Did I convince you to join the flat earthers? You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't the only one. It's flat earth conventions, it's flat earth museum, all that shit, like different models, and it make more sense to the damn round earth. I don't give a fuck how much they trying to make it make sense. It don't make sense. When I was a little kid, it made sense. When I was able to be fooled, it made sense. You know what I'm saying? You gotta open your eyes or open your mind. You know what I'm saying? Think outside the box. Think big, bitch. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that's tuning in. This is Only Real Talk. I will see y'all on the next episode. You did.